What's up, everybody, and welcome once again because you just tuned in to Real Laughs on Real Radio 104.1. The voice you're hearing today is Mr. James John. I'm in the big chair, that's right, hosting with some very good friends of mine. Want to thank you guys first off for following us on social media. We've been seeing the numbers climb, but we need to get them even more. So if you guys haven't followed us yet, please go to Instagram and follow us. Go to Facebook and follow us. And now you can get us on YouTube. That's right. Please subscribe, like, comment, share all the hilarity that you hear each and every week right here. Again, my name is James John. I'm joined in virtual studio, one of the men who helped start all of this way back 7 years ago. I'm talking about Miguel Colon Jr. in the house, baby. What's going on?
What's going on? Well, I just opened for a puppet at a free show in a backyard. So, what's up, player? I don't mean to drop all that humble brag on you, but if y'all need, as I was done doing my free show for the puppet, I was walking down the street and Glenn Fry's "You Belong to the City" was playing. I was just strutting. looked at a puddle and there was a reflection of the Statue of Liberty. I was like, in the rhythm of darkness. Oh, 850 BMW pulled up, man, lowered the window. It was Crockett and Tubbs. I was like, yeah, man. Nice. Guess we're all just killing it. Look, guys, if you've been in the comedy business long enough and you haven't worked for a puppet, good for you, but you haven't really been in the comedy business. You've been in the comedy scene. Because the comedy business is, what's the check? Where am I doing it? And there's some heartbreakers. And puppet shows, sometimes they're like that. This guy was great. He's a real class act, man. Had a good time, man. You know, great puppet, but whenever the headliner is a goddamn puppet and you as a person are like, really? Like, if I'm going to open for a puppet, it better be goddamn Elmo or somebody who's got a name for himself. But I did a puppet show. And remember, nobody put a gun to my head. No, and I'm going to tell you this much, too. It wasn't like I thought on it. They were like, hey, man, you want this much to do the puppet show? I said, hell yeah, baby. That's what's up. Called up Spectrum, and I was like, guess what? You're getting paid. Chill out. Okay? Stop calling me. You're getting paid.
See, Miguel, I got standards, brother. I'm holding out till Lamb Chops calls me up.
Oh, bro. This is the show that never ends. I was trying to do, and I'm like dropping my credits. I'm like talking to old comics. I'm like, I recently did a show for Chad the Bird, the puppet. The guy's like, hey, man, I remember when I worked for Sherry Lois and Bram's Elephant Show. I'm like, whoa, skid him a rink, dog. Skid him a rink.
Who was the one black puppet? Lester? Remember that one?
Yeah. Oh, my God. Lester the puppet.
Yeah.
And the whole time, all he did, he just had a cigarette dangling through his mouth.
Yeah.
And he talked to his wife, Aisha, I'm doing a show.
Then we had my cousin Skeeter.
My cousin Skeeter, that was Bill Bellamy.
Yeah.
That was Bill Bellamy, man, because I still remember hearing that voice and being like, what the hell? And I said, hey, man, all right. Every time I open for a puppet, I just put on my cousin Skeeter, and I'm like, even legends. Even legends. I told him, I said, hey, Bill, I said, even legends got to work for puppets. He said, dog, I was the puppet. Who are you?
And people, that other voices you hear right now, man, a good friend of ours, the godfather of Orlando comedy, also baby Idris Elba, also aka Thanos Jr. Quick to snap on y'all. We talking about Ken Miller in the house. Ken, what's going on, baby?
I would say the ventriloquist might be the one is Milo. It might be Milo. And if you're a ventriloquist, you listen to, I'm just letting you know, man. I opened for one time, bro. We 2 hours into this show.
Oh, wow.
Ain't nobody hypnotist, I meant.
Hypnotist. Okay.
We 2 hours into this show and ain't nobody hypnotized, bro. Hey, I did my 30 minutes. He up the 2 hours. Come on, man. I was just like, bro, come on, man. Can I just get my check?
I imagine
the hypnotist was the booker, and I was like, I just need my check, dog.
I imagine every now and then he's like looking at the crazy, open the book up again. It's supposed to work. Oh, my bad. Hey, my bad. You're supposed to turn around. Y'all want to try this one? Nobody here thinks they're a dog, huh?
I've actually done all of those, man, ventriloquist and a hypnotist. But I will say I got lucky though. The hypnotist I worked for was actually really good.
No, he wasn't. He just hypnotized you.
Yeah.
No,
he said right when he gave you a check, you already got your check. And Michelle said, "No, he didn't."
He did.
Hey, Miguel, they snapping back and forth.
You gonna pay him? Snap. He's like, "I'm not hypnotized." She's like, "No, baby, but you gonna pay him." And James is just sitting there like,
Yeah.
and then Michelle's like, "And tell him he ain't never even gonna look at a woman if she walks in the room." And James is like, "Why every time a lady walk in the room, I get a nosebleed now?"
I pass out.
Yeah. Ken's like, "Hey, Sean, say hi to James." Hey, Sean. Oh, good God. When a trans
man.
walks by, one nostril bleeds. You know, that's it.
He said a trans in one
Just one nostril.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, man.
All right, man. Well, actually, I have some very good news for you guys. And I got
What
some
you
good
got?
news
What
for
you got for us, bro?
everybody out there listening, because we, Real Labs, has a brand new sponsor.
We staying on the air.
Yeah.
We staying on the air.
I got to give it up for this young lady, man. I actually worked for her and done a show in East Orlando at her first location. Got to get up to Tatiana over there at Wine for Oysters. Has two locations now, one in East Orlando, that's right on Alafaya Trail, and one brand new in the Dr. Phillips area on Turkey Lake Road. You guys have got to check this place out. Not only do they have gourmet food, they have wine, but people, they have a wonderful brunch and music that they do every Sunday, and it's live. They got unlimited mimosas, Bloody Marys, and sangria. For one price, you can mix and match these drinks. And they also have French crepes with sweet and savory fillings and traditional favorites like shrimp and grits. They got smoked tuna, deviled eggs. All this going down at Dr. Phillips. You guys got to check it out. They also got something coming up. They got a monthly trivia game. It's going to be themed around Harry Potter. It's going to be on July 30th. And they got dirty trivia on August 20th.
I hope they don't mix them up.
Now, both these locations be happy to offer you $1 a shuck on happy hour, 4 to 6 on weekdays, $2 off drafts and wine, and 50% off cocktails and oyster shooters. You guys got to check them out on Facebook and on Instagram. That is Wine for Oysters. And right now, guys, because we always want to give you something, a reason to go there. Not only do they have great food and great drinks, but if you guys go there right now, your first oyster shooter is on them if you mention 104.1 until August 20th. That's right. Get a free oyster shooter right now if you mention them. Shout out one more time, Wine for Oysters.
Every time we get a new sponsor, James, and you call us up, you're like, "Hey, man, we got a new sponsor." I'm always like sitting in a car outside of a bodega with a gun in the bag, and I'm like, "Oh, we got a sponsor?" I'm like, "Hey, we calling it off, boys. We calling it off. We good. We good."
Hey, I'm the opposite. I got the plane going. I got the cocaine already. I'm like, man, I got to make this run to Cuba, bro. And James, like, yo, we got a sponsor. I'm like, whew. I go out there and stop the propeller.
Yeah. and because it's Spirit, you just knock on the captain. "Hey, I got $10. You turn it around, you the boss." After Spirit, $30, them boys came outside my house. They were downtown, parked outside. He talking about, "Hey, man, I got the propellers running. You let me know when we going."
Hey,
that's right.
Frontier dropped me off on Wildmore. I was like, I'm doing the wide now. I said, I'm late for the show. Like, "Hey, bud, we got you.
We got you." That's funny.
I rode up on the Frontier and I told the dude, I was like, "Hey, I actually know a better route." He took his hat off. He said, "Hop in the chair, baby. You show me, daddy." He said, I said, "What are you doing?" I said, he was on his phone. I was like, "I don't like my captain being on the phone." He's like, no, I just got to finish my captain's test. I'm on probation right now." I said, "Well, how are you going to fly?" He said, I don't know. It's like Uber, man. I just got the ding. It said, "Pick Miguel up outside downtown."
Bro.
Hey,
Chicago.
You like, "Hey, man, are you Kevin? You my pilot?" Yeah.
Like Uber.
He got a bag of McDonald's. He's like, "We gotta make one stop on the way."
Hey, I'm like, "We going to Dallas. Hey, go over to Gulf of Mexico, because that Gulf Stream gonna fly us right up."
Yeah.
I can't wait though. In a couple of years, we're gonna get all these like Ukrainian pilots who fought in the war with Russia, and he's gonna be like, "Frontier, this is greatest airline ever. Look at these windows." What am I, astronaut? One vodka shot for the trip and one for the land.
That's funny, bro.
Y'all ain't playing, bro. Frontier don't play. I went in the cockpit. My captain had a GPS out.
Yo, mine had a map. Mine had a map with a compass, and they had a bombardier looking over a little thing. It's like, I think we're over it. That's either the munitions factory or a middle school.
Hey,
Either way, I want to
hey.
get home.
James walked in there, buddy had Waze on. That dude had the light app, so his wife know where he at.
And it said, "Bing, a speed trap up ahead."
I walked in the cockpit. My pilot was one of the original Tuskegee Airmen. Opened the door. I said, "Colored flyers."
No, I got.
And he wasn't Mrs. Everett's boys.
Yeah, I got a Spirit one time. It was Baloo.
Tailspin.
Dude,
Tailspin.
Oh my God.
Oh man.
Oh yeah.
Tailspin.
No.
Spirit's the only airline when you walk in, they're like, "You the pilot?"
I mean, you dress nice. I thought.
Yeah.
I thought you might have been now, bro. Hey man, me and my wife been watching what is this show? It got Idris. I think it's Hostage.
Yeah, the airline.
Yeah.
Hijack.
I'm looking at it, and you know when I watch stuff, I be analyzing because I'm like, I be looking for real life.
Yeah.
I tell my wife,
Yeah.
they ain't hit no turbulence.
Nah.
This whole fight,
Whole
bro.
Ken,
time.
how about this? Look how big planes are in movies. People are standing up.
Yeah.
Idris Elba's standing up.
He jumps like
The man
6'7".
who they thought should play
Bruh.
James Bond or a
Yeah.
superhero, 6'7", 290 pounds of muscle, is standing up. I'm
Yeah.
5'6". When
Yeah.
I turn the air conditioner on the plane, it scratches my head.
Dude, I'm talking about everything. They done shot a gun in the plane. They done have
You
full
can't.
fights in the plane. I'm like, yo, come on, make this a little realistic.
A little Asian guy did a backflip in the plane.
No,
Yeah. What is this? Was Tyler Perry Presents Airline?
Yeah.
Yo, bro. Yeah, we've been
That's
on
hilarious.
it, man. We got we that. It was Hijack. What's buddy, man? Samuel Jackson.
You watch the Secret Invasion?
Secret Invasion.
I'm behind. I ain't watched it yet. I
Okay,
know
I ain't gonna
for me
spoil
to
it.
say that.
Average Joe. And
Who's
those
Average
have been
Joe?
out through. Average Joe is the new Deion Colas on BET Plus. Deion
Oh,
Colas,
that looks good. Hey,
Bro,
that
looks
looks
good.
good.
bro.
good.
Did you watch the Kevin Hart and Wesley Snipes one?
The movie, yeah.
The Netflix show
Yeah.
they had together. It's that a comedian because I feel like comics can do serious roles
Yeah, man.
better than anybody else, bro.
Yeah. The
We're
range
better-
of acting,
we
a
do
really
better than
good
anybody
comic is a really good actor.
Amen.
Oh yeah. Because
Amen.
comedy easy for us.
Yeah.
Comedy easy, but the drama, bro, we good at. So those are 3 shows me and my wife have been watching,
Yeah.
man.
Real quick before we go, got about a minute left. For anybody who's ever worked the service industry on Hulu, if you guys have not seen season 1 and 2 of the show The Bear, I highly recommend watching.
I don't
that
want
show.
to watch The Bear. Here's my thing with watching The Bear. I watched the first episode. It's great. I don't need that again. I don't need
You
that's like
remember-
it's like a dude who was in Nam. He don't want to watch Platoon. He knows.
Bro.
I'm not gonna get shocked by anything.
Bro, it successfully portrays the chaos that is a kitchen or a restaurant when you guys have worked there. Bro,
I'm
it's
like,
so
oh,
good.
it's just in. The hot hostess is banging the heroin addict looking kitchen dude.
Oh, yeah.
And we don't got no cups. I don't need to remember that.
Oh man.
Oh, it's a good
Right.
time.
I watched
I'm
The
happy.
Bear and I just think about my restaurant days and I'm like, what were we doing there? We was just boys.
Yeah,
But we had a great
Before we go to
time.
commercial break, bro. I'm happy we back. I miss you.
Miss
you
y'all
dorks,
too,
bro.
man.
Miss you too, brother. It's
Happy
good.
we back, man.
We miss you guys out there too. And having said that, don't go anywhere. You're gonna have to miss us a little bit longer because we'll be right back with a quick break from one of our sponsors. Everybody, you are still listening to Real Laughs on Real Radio 104.1. It is Monday. Thank you guys for joining us. We're your nightcap of comedy. You're stuck with me, James John Miguel Colon Jr., and Ken, the Godfather, Orlando Comedy, Mr. Miller himself. Now, guys, I got to run something by you real quick. Now, we know that when you do any kind of entertainment, people will jump in and out of DMs, correct? You guys have all heard that. You know it. Well, I had my very first experience with a fan hitting me up and jumping in my DMs. Now, here's the thing that happened. I got a messenger video call. I did not recognize the person, but we had chatted before, so I didn't pick up because that's kind of personal to kind of video chat me.
100%.
Yeah.
100%.
So I pick up. So I said, may I help you? And the person says, hello. Can we video chat? Are you busy? I said, I'm sorry, but why do you want to video chat? He's
Yeah.
like, hey, I'm by myself. I can send $250 through Cash App or Zelle. Where are you at? It only takes 15 minutes, please. I said, I don't know why you would tell me where you're at. I'm not video chatting someone I don't know. So what do you want, or I'm blocking you?
Hey, if they told me that 250, I'd already be lotioning up my feet and be like, what angle do you want, daddy?
So after I say, hey, tell me what you want, or I'm blocking you, he says, oh, my bad, James. I thought you knew I like big guys. Don't be upset. I said, I'm happily married and not gay. And he wrote, I know that.
Yeah,
I just send money to
250 player.
that exactly right. I just send money to big guys to watch, or I watch them. That's all.
Hey, James, real quick, what's this dude so I can block him? Hey, daddy, got to eat some KFC by myself. Unless you're trying to watch, player. Drizzling the honey sauce on me. Oops, I spilled some on my crotch.
Yo.
I'm be showing it to the next Real Labs appointment, all swagged out, some new Nikes. You like, what are you doing extra? I'm like, just mind your business, okay?
Yeah.
So the funny,
and Travis says hello.
Yeah.
the funny part is all this is going down while I'm at the hotel when I did Vasani's this weekend, and my wife's with me. So she's like, so what you gonna do?
Yeah, Michelle's like, hey, we trying to go to dinner. You show me. She's like, you get on stage for $250 and a thong.
Yeah.
Do 15 minutes in some panties. You don't care about this family.
She's like, you know what? You know what I've done with you, sir?
Yeah. Your kids are looking at you like, wow, Dad. Thought you was progressive, but you won't get weird.
Hey, one of James' kids just hit up, hey, Dad, I need $250 for books this weekend. James like, man.
I'm your private dancer. Dancer for money. Do what you want me to do.
He told me he can't finish unless I cry.
I'm texting dude right now. I'm like, Zaddy, 250 gonna start the party, but I thought you was really trying to party.
Yeah.
He's like, what else is gonna cost? I'm like, you better get me that Frontier Unlimited Sky package, baby.
So what'd you say to him?
I said, no, thank you. And he simply, like a gentleman, said, no worries.
Yeah, well, because you know what I'm saying? He got other big daddies out there like me.
Something told me that other dudes that are comedians that he likes have taken the 250.
Oh, bro, we can set a
But
trap.
what did he just wants to look at you? Like what does he want?
What if he just wants you to do comedy? And you so phobic, you won't even do it. He's sitting there with Steve Harvey and Kevin Hart. This guy's great. Oh, I guess he don't want it. Okay.
He says, I know that. When I told him I'm married and I'm not gay, he goes, I just send money to big guys to watch, or I watch them. That's all for 15 minutes.
You can, hey, dog, you watch me right now. I'll be sitting here watching Secret Invasion.
There you go.
He's a scroll. He's a scroll.
Dropping butter on the chest.
Did you block him?
No, I didn't block him.
No, you blocked him because he got bills.
I would be only because of the times we're in. I probably would, because people are just weird now.
Well, because you got the right.
I feel like people who know us as comics and on the radio, when they meet us, they feel like we're friends.
Yes,
we are friends.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Like, so I feel like that'd be something if I'm out and about and they're like, "Kid, it's me from the radio," blah, blah, blah. And I'm just like, "Hey, how you doing?" Yeah, we just connected. And I'm like, "Yeah, okay."
Yeah,
like, but you getting a little too touchy. Like somebody hit me the other day, was like, and I went to high school with him.
Okay.
And she was like, "Hey, give me your number. I'm about to call you right now." I ain't seen this person since like 93. I was just like,
that's sticky. Like, I can't do that.
I blocked him. I was just like, yeah, I don't. Yo, I mean,
What? You ain't asked no follow-up questions. You just blocked it?
For what? I ain't talked to you in 20 plus years.
I'm gonna call you right now.
What are we calling for? Nah.
Block.
Yeah.
Report.
Hey, Cam, real quick, I got this cocaine. What you want to do?
Man, I get so many messages from people who love comedy and love seeing us, love the show, and they're so like, You're like, man, hey man, like we
They
ain't that
thirsty.
cool.
Yeah,
We're
yeah.
not that.
I'm
They're
a
not
little-
that cool.
I'm a little offended too, James, because Real Laughs, we kind of struggling right now, and you won't lotion up your feet to keep this show on the air for a couple weeks. You know what I'm saying, man? I want you to walk in and throw a stack of money on the table and be like, I don't want to hear you say anything about my dedication, and I don't want to ask you where it came from. And I'm gonna throw my cocoa butter smelling stack down and be like, I know where it came from, James. I don't want to hear it either.
Nigga, why this money so oily, bro?
Mind your damn business, Ken. Mind
I'm
your
never gonna be
goddamn
able to watch
business.
Forensic File in a hotel room alone again.
I'm on it,
real,
bro. Yeah. So it's my first time getting a proposition, if you will. So shout out to that dude.
Jay, you know it's even crazier, and you like Florida famous. Imagine
Yeah.
if you was, you know, the messages of people who are like globally famous.
That's
bro.
nuts what they get. Yeah, bro. I can't imagine. Like I was thinking, I was thinking, here's what really disturbed me. Not the fact that he reached out, because all he's trying to do is get some content. I understand that. He thought I was interested. I'm not. No harm done. But what I was thinking was, what is my price? Like what would
Just ask Michelle. Michelle tell you.
Yeah.
Michelle tell you what your price is. She's looking at a catalog right now, and she's like, well, if we're going to Venice, you know,
we're gonna need a boat.
Mhm.
Bro, I'm thinking to myself, what would it take to be like, all right, man, you owe me?
What are you doing? You just
what are you
servicing
doing?
yourself, or you just
No.
being sexy naked?
Just me sitting there, probably with no shirt on, eating.
Oh, dog, I see that he could just go to the YouTube page and watch our videos. That's half of the first seasons of Real Laugh that are on
That's
YouTube.
true. That's
Just
true.
shirtless eating. Yeah, this
Yes.
guy. Hey,
Okay.
buddy, stop sending James Young money. Just subscribe.
Yeah,
There you go. You're right about
Yo,
that, bro. You're
but
right.
the crazy thing is, that's his fetish.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
his fetish is just to look at big dudes.
If that
Like,
dude just needs
yeah.
to go to like an Arkansas Walmart food court and just sit there. Oh my God. Another one. Eat that rack of ribs. Play it like a
Yeah.
pan flute, you freak.
Sitting
Bro, just
outside
go to-
of Charlie's Steakhouse in
Yeah.
Walmart.
Funny.
Look,
Yeah,
Walmart,
man.
Charlie's Steakhouse now.
Yeah,
Golden
they do.
Corral-
I'm like, yo, how did that franchise get in?
Golden Corral buffet, dude.
Yeah.
Just sit there. Just
Go to Corral Buffet, crank up the heat so all these dudes start taking their shirts off because they're not gonna leave the buffet.
Bro.
Just go to a truck
Yeah.
stop.
Gotcha.
I'm glad I don't got like weird fetish. I mean that I don't got like weird fetishes, man. Cause like it just I've met people and I'm like, that's a hard sell. You know, that's a lot of work. And prep. You have a bag of stuff with you.
Yes.
You know,
Absolutely.
my whole fetish, yeah, you know, my whole fetish is, and then she leaves.
Yeah.
Like-
Yeah.
And I turn
Yo.
on the TV and Paid in Full is about to start on Stars.
Oh, paid in
Bro.
full.
think I'm with you, bro. Like if you have this fetish, you got all this stuff you got to set up and
Yeah.
hang and all this, and then when it's done, it's like, so you gonna help me take the swing?
Yeah.
Or what?
I gotta return the swing back to the armory can. They're like, nah,
Oh, you
nah,
ain't
this
gonna,
ain't good.
you ain't gonna help me. You ain't gonna help me feed the capuchin monkey. Like you just gonna leave?
What do we do with the monkey now? Oh, we gotta dispose of it, dog. He knows. How many of these monkeys you kill in a month? A month. Try a week, man. I got spots, man.
Hey,
Yo.
hey, let's have a real moment real quick. What's the freakiest thing a girl has asked you to do?
Pass.
Yeah. I can tell you mine right now.
Mine, the groceries. The groceries.
She
You know,
wanted
eat
groceries
the boot.
and-
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was
Oh,
like,
okay.
nah.
They asked for that. I'm like, nah, pass. But
Nah, that ain't
it's
nah.
gotten to the point where I'm just like, who hurt you?
Yeah. I'm
Like,
yeah,
Who hurt you?
Now we've had
Yeah.
this talk before, man. Miguel will
I don't
tell
even
you
pee
like,
in my shower.
when it comes to groceries, Ken, I bag my groceries. I'm
You
all
do,
about
man.
it.
You a
I'm
freak.
bro.
Solid. Hey, taking it back to the 90s, you a salad tossing fiend, yo.
Bro, I'm gonna tell you the truth, bro. I keep it next to the table like hot sauce. Put it on everything.
Oh.
Yeah, bro.
Nah,
Michelle go to the proctologist and they're like, "Did you take this to a Mister's car wash? Have you used this before?"
It got a rim on it. It's spinning.
I bring mine in, and they're like, "Ooh, you eat Chinese food a lot. Peppercorn everywhere."
Oh man, dude,
I tell you,
I'm vanilla. I'm boring. I ain't had nothing crazy.
Not one girl has said, "Hey, Ken, can we try this?" And you're like, "I don't know about that."
Nah, man. I mean, I done like in some public places, and I done messed around at work before. I done messed around up.
Oh, I've done that. Oh, bro, anybody's listening,
got
bro.
Bill Clinton in trouble. It's not mine.
I'll tell you right now. Anybody who ever stayed at that bonkers condo.
Oh, dude.
Hey,
I'll go on record. We worked there. I done kicked the boys out of the office before. Everybody go to lunch. I was handing out cash. Everybody go to lunch. You got some innocent dude like Ben Brainerd. I'm not hungry. Then go buy some weed. Get out of here.
If you have ever stayed in any comedy condo after me,
ooh. You decorate, Ken? You're a decorator?
Oh, man. Hey, man, matter of fact, hey, shout out to BT. Me and my wife were the first ones to stay there.
Oh, there you go, man.
At the bonkers office, I'd be like, "Wake up, Alan Newcomb. You got to go. I know you're drunk, but you got to go. Get out of here. I need the room."
Oh, my God.
I'm making calls right now.
I would tell you, one of the freakiest things a girl asked me to do, I knew a girl who had a fetish where she loved to be watched. She wanted people to watch us do it.
Yeah.
That always weirded me out. Like, I don't want an American Idol panel telling me how bad I'm doing.
But
like,
you said you and Michelle used to like to do it in front of people.
Yeah, that's my point.
You a mixed signal person, man. Your Me Too moment's all questionable.
But you know how it works, though, bro. If the girl wants it and you want to have sex, you got to kind of do what she want to do, though, right? Come on.
You like, man, afterwards, judges, like you walking out of there all weirded out, holding a golden ticket.
Man, I'm telling people I want about to watch me because I got breasts.
Yeah,
I had sex with a hoodie.
You got breasts. What we got, bro?
If I hook up with a girl with big boobs, ours could get tangled.
There you go.
You're stuck now.
Yeah.
Hey, and by the way, don't be a weirdo. Take your socks off. Bro, don't take your socks off.
Hey, depending on the floor situations, I've had to keep the sneaks on sometimes.
Yeah, in there like Mr. Marcus.
Yeah.
With some Timberlands on.
Yeah.
What he be with the Tim and the hat, bro?
Yo.
Dang, bro. Mr. Marcus wildin'.
Why you got on Tim's though, son?
Mr. Marcus in there like he's straight from the sewer, bro.
Yeah.
Like he the third member of DOS Effects, man.
Yeah.
He up in there like Riggedy Row on.
Chickity check. Take
your shoes off, bro.
When the East is in the house, oh my God, danger.
All right. Oh man, y'all,
Brooklyn.
Y'all don't go anywhere. We'll be right back with more Real Laughs right here on Real Radio 104.1. Still listening to Real Laughs right here on Real Radio 104.1. I'm your host today, Mr. James John, joined in virtual studio with Ken, the godfather of Orlando Comedy Miller, and we got Mr. Miguel Colon Jr. of Sausage Castle fame. By the way, Miguel, I was doing a show out there in Vasani's, and a young lady says she knows you, says I should get in touch with you. We should do a show together sometime. And I told her, come on, man. Real recognize real, man.
Yeah, and she don't look familiar.
Damn.
She was so excited. She sent me a thing. She's like, "Oh," she was like, "Do you know this guy?" I said, "Yeah, man." I said, "It's James Young." She was like, "Oh, he was hilarious." So I said, "Yeah, man, that's James a killer. James a killer, man."
That happens to me every time I do Vasani. So be like, "You know James Young?" I'm like, I said, "We on a radio show together."
My homeboy went to a show.
Yeah, we're on a radio show together. You guys should do a show together. We do every Monday.
You guys should listen.
Yeah.
My homeboy just was out in Tampa maybe a couple of weeks ago, and he was like, "You ever heard of Dwayne Williams?" I said, "Yeah, I know that young cat." He's like, "He said he knows you." I said, "He better. I done put him on shows, man." But yeah, I tell you what's really cool though. Just this week, my homegirl Brittany was out in Austin, and I just been in Austin like a couple weeks ago, and I did a bunch of shows though, but as many as I could do. And she's like, she went to one of the clubs that I was just at. She went over to the Creek and Cave. And she was like, I was just at the Creek and Cave. She was like, and I was telling one of the comics who was headlining there about my boy from Orlando. She was like, and he knows you. That always makes you feel good when somebody's out in another city doing their thing. And because it's a small community, really, guys, there are probably, and I'm gonna say this, and you guys could correct me if I'm wrong. When it comes to really working comics, maybe 1,000, maybe 2,000 people who work the country in the United States just doing comedy as a profession.
I get that same feeling, Miguel. I don't think you're wrong, because I've come in contact with too many people who were separated by like 2 degrees of knowing somebody. I don't think there's a large group of comics who are actually working, traveling, and making
working
money.
Comic guys, we mean basically whether they have a side job or not, comedy could be their main job.
Yeah,
Whether they have a side job, because most of us, even though we comedy could be good enough, we're like, ooh, I have so much time though, and like I could be really taking care of myself. But working comics, any comic, that the comedy could be all they do. By the amount of work they get and the amount of like pay and stuff they get, I really think there's maybe 1,000 to 2,000 at the most of us in this country. Because you know how it is, man. You go do a room somewhere and you're like, I've never done this room, I've never heard of this room. Oh, what is this? The Spirit Wind Room in Missouri, and then you click on it, and you're like, well, Dean Napolitano did it last weekend.
Yep.
Absolutely. So it's always cool when you run into somebody who in a whole other city, and that's their city. They're not an Orlando person traveling. And like somebody's like, oh, do you know my friend James Yon? They're like, yeah, I know James Yon.
And I love the fact that new comedy cities are starting to sprout up, which means more work for us. Like it used to just be New York, Chicago, LA.
Yeah.
Right now, Austin is just booming with comedy.
Oh, yeah.
With the scene out there is crazy, man. And congratulations once again to Miguel Colon Jr. and David Jolly, who got passed to do the mothership. That is Joe Rogan's comedy club.
And guys, congratulations to Cam Patterson. The biggest name in Austin right now is our little homie Cam Patterson. If you go on Kill Tony, he's a Kill Tony regular. Joe Rogan's talking about him on his podcast, guys. I get a clip. I'm just watching through, and Joe Rogan and them are talking about Cam Patterson on his podcast. Cam Patterson, I'm randomly watching videos on just like Snap or TikTok or whatever, and there's random Cam Patterson's videos. Cam Patterson is the biggest name in Austin right now, and he's a homegrown homeboy from here, man.
Nice, man. Love to see that, man.
Yeah, you got to see his Kill Tony when they asked Cam. They said, Cam, tell us something we don't know about you. And his response is the purest. Ken, have you seen this at all?
Yeah, the rock.
He goes, I'm not a retard, but I like rocks.
And he just pulled a rock out his pocket, bro.
Yeah, he's like, I be collecting rocks all the time. Everywhere I go, I got it in my pocket right now. And they're just dying laughing. He's like, I like to rub them. They help me sleep.
Yeah, dang.
Yeah,
I had no idea. I got to watch his set. I have not seen it, man. But shout out to him, bro. That's awesome. God,
yeah, Cam, man. Cam Patterson is the biggest name in Austin right now. And if you don't know, I think it's Cam is funny is his Instagram. If you're not following Cam Patterson, shame on you, because in a couple years you got a chance to see him now before it's too hard to see him.
Nice, bro. Definitely got to go check him out, bro. Cam, shout out to you, bro. Keep doing what you're doing. Now he lives out there now, right?
He lives out there. He lives out. He's collecting rocks and living his dream.
I like them when they smooth.
He like
it's funny, bro. It's so funny when he pulled the rock out. I was like, did he just pull a rock out his pocket, bro?
Helps me with my anxiety because I ain't got no job. There you go, man. Peace out to Cam. Now, you were telling me something earlier, Miguel, a situation that you had heard about or you experienced yourself.
My homegirl, Motley Monroe. She was telling me yesterday that she hates where she lives. Her landlord is so cheap, and she's telling me straight up that for like weeks she was hearing this buzzing sound coming from her walls, and she didn't know what it was. And finally they found out, and it was a colony of bees. Fully took over. So she told her landlord about it, and this is the best thing. So you tell your landlord, you're renting a property, you tell your landlord, hey, I got bees all on my wall, like a full-on colony. What's your expectation? First expectation, they're gonna hire an exterminator. My man went on Amazon and got a beekeeping suit. and tried to get rid of them himself. And then he got stung a couple times. So he hired her like redneck neighbor to try to get rid of them. And it didn't work at all.
What were they using to get rid of them though? Besides stupidity?
He was probably like, hey man, you got a little white claw on the walls. Get him going. Watch the video. He's like, bees don't like smoke, so they just passing a blunt around. Just
Yo,
No, it was a redneck. They had Marlboro lights.
yeah.
you said a white claw in the wall, bro.
Yeah, man. I told her, and then she said they finally got rid of all the bees, but they didn't clean them up. So when she came back home after being on the road, her house was infested with flies and maggots that had been eating the bees. Worst part, I told her, you better watch out, a bear will break in, just eating the honey from your wall.
Hide your cocaine.
Yeah, man.
Bro,
Imagine that though.
No. I'm gonna tell you something. There's a couple things that black folks don't mess with. We don't mess with bees and we don't mess with snakes. We don't do none of that. If I hear buzzing, that apartment belongs to those bees. We out. Yeah, we done. We ain't doing none of that.
Bro.
Bees.
That's crazy.
And I went on Amazon and I saw that the beekeeping suit. I just sent it to her. The beekeeping suit is $69. So that's what he spent. You know, he returned it. Didn't work.
They did. With holes in it because he got stung twice. That's I can't do that, bro. But what the hell did he think he was gonna do with the beekeeping suit? Like what? Like
he thought it was gonna get weird. He probably just thought it was gonna get weird. He was like, "She on OnlyFans." I showed up with a beekeeping suit. He's like, "Uh-oh." just like Johnny Sins, you know.
Johnny Sins. Hot damn, I know what that is. All right, man. I can't talk though because man, when Jack first moved out, and I got to give Jack credit. Jack has a lot of heart when he moved out. Jack did not have money, but Jack wanted to be independent and live on his own. Ken, when Jack moved out, he moved into a house, and they already had like 4 or 5 people living in the house. The only open space they had was the laundry room. With the laundry, with the washer and dryer in there, Jack moved into the laundry room and paid like $100.
When people want independence, they got to figure out what independence really is. Because he's like, I want to live on my own. Okay, but do you want to live on your own in a house or a laundry room? Because you could be on your own in prison. You know,
Jack said, I like the smell of fabric softener in the morning. I'm cool. Like, bruh.
This wasn't like you got to move out. He just wanted to move out.
This is the Yawn Boys. You know, Michelle is like, boys, I plan on dying in this house and y'all finding my body when you walk upstairs for breakfast. You know, she wasn't kicking none of them out. You know, James was kind of like, hey, Jack, if you want to live in the laundry room, I said, hey, hey, baby boy, your clothes always going to be clean. Woo!
Hey, can I go with you? Can I go
with you? Yeah, James is like, Jack, let me tell you about independence. I've heard about it.
Yeah. No, but straight up, I gotta give Jack credit because he's like, look, I'm ready to live on my own. I got somebody I like being with. I got my boyfriend and whatnot, so I want to be out. So he did it. And he stuck it out. He thugged it out. He never came back home. He never quit. He stayed out there until he finally got a pantry. He moved out the laundry room into a pantry.
Damn, baby. You sure we got pantry money? Hey, chill out, baby. Chill out. I ain't gonna have my baby sleeping on that Febreze no more. Right.
Jack was on the third shelf with the spaghetti sauce.
Hey, Jack was like, hey, real quick, man. What happened to the old dog crate? What'd y'all do with that? We could put it anywhere? Oh, baby, this is why people be coming to America. I get why them immigrants walk in here. It's the only country you can move up from a laundry room to a dog crate. And I'm just saying, maybe in some time, if we get them bees out of that shed, I'm not promising. Just say we get them bees out of that shed, me and you might have our own little condo going on.
Oh man, bro. Shout him out, man. Hey, man, but he's doing a lot better now. In fact, I gotta shout Jack out real quick, y'all. In December, Jack will graduate from college with his degree. So, you know, shout out to Jack now, man. Yeah, man.
That's two kids down? 2 kids down with degrees?
2 down, man. Then the next year is Noah. Then the next year is Isaiah. And then everybody got real jobs, man. I got 4 kids.
And I know your kids. They can be like, we should just all put money together and get a big ass house and live together forever.
And they'll do that.
Michelle's going to be like, our dream, James. He's going to be like, it's so perfect. Hold on, baby. I'm ready. Man. I'm ready, God.
I'm ready. Take me. I'm done, man. But your son, man, he lived on his own right now, Ken, or he about to move out?
No, he living with my ex-wife because I told him
You ain't
if you
ready.
can't do it, don't go out there and do it. Our parents when we were 18, you
You
gotta
gotta
go.
go.
Gotta
You
go.
gotta
Yeah.
go. And,
Yeah.
and especially for people of color, we don't prepare our kids for life. We just get out
Yeah.
and go figure
Yeah.
it out. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? We don't do that. So I told my son, I said, your mom said you can stay. Just pay, he pays a little bit of rent. I said, and then pick a utility and he pays the cable bill because he
Yeah.
uses all the internet up playing games.
I think any kid that
Go
stays
ahead.
at home should pay some sort of rent,
Absolutely.
and it just gets you ready and used to paying bills.
Mm-hmm.
And then I think any kid who has a job, even if you're 15, 16 or something like that, you should pick up a utility in the house. My
I
Yep.
mom,
paid
that's the
fifty
first thing my
dollars.
mom did.
I had to pay
And
Yep.
$50 a
my
check
mom,
for my rent,
yep.
bro.
And
At
my mom
16.
had me pick up I remember my mom had me pick up the phone, which was cheap. Remember back in the day, I think it was like $19 a month, but I had my
Yeah,
first
man.
job.
But it
And
was
then I was
something.
like, yeah, and I was like, can we get call waiting? I'll pay for it.
Ooh, I
And my
remember
mom was
that.
like, yeah. My mom was like, yeah. And then she had me do the cable bill. I remember when I did the cable bill, I was like, may we have HBO? Because I'll pay for it. And her
Yeah.
only thing on cable bill was you're gonna pay up ahead of time for it so
Yeah.
that you don't get behind. But I mean, it was a responsible thing for me. I had the cable, I had the bill,
I
Yeah.
and
can't
then
talk
it
about
also, and
cable,
then
bro. Cable
yeah.
almost got me kicked out the White House. I ain't even go.
Yeah.
My mama put the cable in my name and they popped up in my credit. They was like, hey man, you can't have this. I say, bro, I was 15.
Funny. It's funny, man. Hey guys, we got about a minute left. Want to thank you all for listening as always, and I want to make sure you guys get to tell them where you're gonna be this weekend, Ken and Miguel. So Ken, starting with you, brother. This weekend, where you performing?
Gregory's Cocoa Beach. Come see me, baby.
Ooh, that's right. Thursday through Saturday, great venue, Gregory Steakhouse. Good food, right by the beach. Definitely go check that out. Miguel, where you gonna be this weekend, brother?
Summer Comedy Jam, Saturday, July 29th at Perfecto's Lounge at 5250 International Drive, next to Deezerland Entrance. The show's going to
Mm,
be put on by One Mic Entertainment. I know I'm going to be there. I know Minnie's going to be there. Marvin Isgardi's going to be there. It's going to be
nice.
a good show, man. And that's the Summer Comedy Jam, Saturday, July 29th. I know tickets are available on Eventbrite, and it's put on by One Mic Entertainment.
Nice, man. Thank you guys as always for listening. Be sure to check us out tomorrow. Thank you, James Young, Miguel Colon Jr., Ken Miller. Tell them what to do.
Take your ass to bed. We back, son.